Trojan family, what's up, man? USCJ here. It's the top of the morning. I hope everybody is getting ready to get up, get out, and make some things happen this morning. Listen, USC is now in play for the number one defensive tackle in the 2025 class. You heard it right. USC is in play, and this is all. Listen, I'm going to attribute this to dog work. We're gonna get ready to take a look at his information, take a look at his film, but you know what dog work is, man. It's Eric Henderson once again, new coach for USC, came from the Rams. I believe that he has his hands all over this, and I'm gonna show you something that's even more interesting as it relates to this kid, because you guys know that he's from the state of Georgia. Not only state of Georgia, but he's from Savannah, Georgia, and USC signee who's on campus right now, who was committed to Kentucky, Lorenzo Cowan, he's from Savannah, Georgia as well. So we'll take a look at some information as it relates to these guys being friends, but I think USC does have a real opportunity. But let's take a look at his top 12 real quick that he just put out, and then I want to take a look at some footage of him. Also, why do I think Makai Saina, USC offensive lineman commit, offensive tackle, I think he may be the biggest sleeper of them all in this 2024 class. He's nasty. He's mean. I want to take a look at something as it relates to him. So let's take a look at this information real quick. Let's go. So here last night, Elijah just put this out. Top 12, and you see here it's going to be Georgia, Colorado, Louisville, Miami, Alabama, Florida, Duke, Oregon, USC, South Carolina, LSU, and Clemson. And I think, as I stated, you guys know Coach Eric Henderson has been all over the state of Georgia, specifically Savannah, Georgia, all throughout Florida, all of that area, that southeast area, and he's been attacking these areas very, very tough. You guys remember Myron Charles, young man out of the state of, I believe he's out of Florida, and then the other guy, Brown, the Texas commit, big defensive tackle out of the state of Texas, and he's committed to Texas right now. So look, man, these guys are now starting to come in. When is the last time that you guys see that USC was able to get these guys on a regular basis in their top 10, top 5, top 12? We're seeing it on a regular basis. Everything just seemed like it switched overnight with Eric Henderson, and I think it's straight up go time. It's only popping. It's only cracking. Let's take a look at Elijah Griffin's film real quick. All right, so here is Elijah Griffin, man, and this guy is a very unique prospect, defensive tackle, and he's rated a 5-star in all networks, social media network sites, and he's number one in all of them as well. Elijah Griffin picked up his first scholarship offer while he was in middle school, and he made an immediate impact once he got to the varsity level squad. So look, as a freshman in 2021, he recorded 69 tackles. Listen to this: 8 tackles for loss, 5 quarterback hurries, and 3.5 sacks. Listen, following the 2021 season, he emerged on a national stage after excelling at the National Combine with a 5.1 second time in the 40-yard dash and a 35-inch vertical. As a sophomore in 2022, Griffin racked up 82 tackles, 30 tackles for loss, 14.5 sacks, and 14 hurries, which allowed him to be named the Max Prep Sophomore All-American team. So look, man, you're talking about a very, very explosive kid, somebody who you know is going to get the job done. And listen, dog work is in full effect, and he's standing at, in all media social sites, are putting him at 6'5", 290 pounds. So this is one of those dudes, man, and he has a 98.7 rating. And as I stated, according to On3, number 4 nationally, number 1 defensive lineman in the country, and number 1 player in the state of Georgia. Georgia is actually becoming one of those powerhouses as far as high school football. You guys already know it's been Florida, California, and Texas for the longest. Georgia just recently, as of late, has now kind of started producing more and more players. We started to see guys like Edric Houston. You guys know he committed to Ohio State, but they got several guys out of the state of Georgia. You guys know we got Big Cameron Fountain out of the state of Georgia as well. So look, man, you guys hit me in the comments. You guys tell me what you think. But this is Elijah Griffin, who's now putting USC in his top 12. And I think that's really, really a phenomenal thing that's taking place. Now, let's take a look at a current USC signee and somebody that I think could be a sleeper for the USC football Trojans. Let's go. All right, so this is Makai Saina. You guys already know he's committed to USC out of the state of Texas, standing at 6'5", 290 pounds. And look, the way he's working right now, the work that I saw him doing just on last night, I've been noticing a couple of things that he puts out several videos periodically on his Twitter, but this kid looks extremely explosive. It kind of jumped out to me last night, given the fact that his explosiveness, his lateral movement, his side to side, and then the way he uses his hands. He uses his hands, you know, I don't see too many players that are able to use his hand. He almost throws it out there like a jab, and it's real stiff, but it gets the guy off you, and it doesn't create any type of hold. But I want you guys to take a look at Makai Saina real quick. Let's go. All right, so this is Makai Saina, and I want you guys to take a look. Look how slim and trim he looks. He carries that weight, really, that 290 pounds very, very well. But I want you to notice his feet work, how he moves side to side, how he moves laterally. And just look at some guys got that it factor, and he's one of those guys. If you just look at his face, you could tell that this kid means absolute business. He's learning his craft. He's putting in the work. He's practicing. And I think, look, you see how he throws that hand out there? He throws it out there like a jab. But there's another drill that he's getting ready to do that I really, really like. And I really feel like, you know, he's coming in as a tackle. I really feel like he's going to be one of those guys that could be a sleeper in a USC class, and one of those guys that could possibly emerge as a guy that's going to try to get in there for some playing time. He's very physical. He's very strong at the point of attack. And you see what he's working on here. He's working on those moves. So those ends, those rush ends, or those defensive ends, look, man, this guy has the footwork to absolutely not allow those guys to get by him. And he's practicing on that, man. So you guys can talk back to me. Let me know what you guys think. But I think Makai Saina is going to be one of those guys that USC is absolutely going to love. Him and Jason Zandamela, both of those guys. Jason Zandamela out of the state of Florida. You guys know he was ranked in the top as far as the offensive lineman. But this guy is going to be here in the fall. He's not here on campus yet, but he's getting ready to be here. And just to kind of refresh your memory, Makai Saina was ranked the number 32 interior offensive lineman and the number 74 player in the state of Texas. So look, man, I'm very excited about Makai Saina. And listen, he had all the big boys. He had the Texas A&M, the Texas, the Arkansas, the Auburn. He had pretty much every school in the country that was after him. Even Georgia, they offered him, Florida State. So look, man, I think USC got a big time sleeper, and I think it's going to be straight up go time, man. You guys drop those comments. Let me know what are your thoughts. Are you excited about Makai Saina? And then let me know what you're thinking about Elijah Griffin. Listen, this is dog work. It's official. This is no more. These guys are just coming just to come to get a trip. And one thing I can say about this, one thing we could say about Eric Henderson is that he is legit. He's genuine. The past players that like Aaron Donald, the current players, Kobe Turner, Aaron Donald, all these guys that played for him, they are vouching for him. And now I listened to an interview that Eric Henderson did the other day, and he talked about how this is him. This is who he is. He said I can give them something that other coaches can't give. And he said that, and he meant that. And I believe that. And he talked about just the father figure. You guys know I talked about Eric Henderson being more than just a coach. He's a father figure. And he sure enough came up and said that over the interview that he had last week. And look, man, I think the kids feel it. They understand it. And I think it's going to be straight up go time. So you guys drop those comments. Let me know what you guys think. It's USCJ32 on Instagram. It's USCJ32 on Twitter. Until later on, listen, I'm out of here. Everybody stay blessed. Listen, don't forget, make sure you get up, get out, and make some